This is what my people should do and rise up and stop killing each other. Tell me if I'm lying. My people afraid of the white man. They do.
But I would advise thee, do not depend too much upon thy own wisdom in the understanding of the mysterious. For all earthly wisdom is foolishness. Whew. All earthly wisdom is foolishness. Now, this book is from a man you call De Lawrence. I just read his own thought and his own understanding and his doing. Well, all earthly wisdom is foolishness. What is wisdom? Wisdom is when you know things on your own, not from books. You want to call it magic, or you want to call it spiritual power? Do you know the essence of the woman in our essence of flow? Let me rephrase that so you can understand me. Every 28 days, a woman must have an essence of flow, or you call it period. Every 28 days. Every 28 days, the serpent changes our skin. Every 28 days, the moon full. Do you know the farmers cannot plant the grains unless they follow the moon? Do you know the fishermen cannot catch fish unless they follow the moon? If you plant any grains on the night of the full moon, at midnight, the grains will multiply 4 times. If you plant a grain of corn, you will have 4 or 5 acres of corn on that stalk of corn. So there is magical power right there, because you know the night of the full moon. Some farmers plant their grains on that night, and some farmers plant their grains on the day. So that's wisdom right there. That is not earthly wisdom. That is wisdom within the man or the male. If you take the female chickens and you pluck their tail when they're 3 weeks to a month old, they will lay bigger eggs when they mature. And you can increase the size of your chickens by doing so every time. And they will get bigger and bigger and bigger. Also with birds, if you got pigeons and the female, they only lay 2 eggs. Male and female. Pigeon, dove, turtle dove, they only lay 2 eggs, male and female. The first eggs will be male, and the first egg will hatch. The next one that hatch and feather up will be much smaller. If you pick the tail, when that female lay her egg, our baby will become bigger. If you continue to do that, they become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. This is wisdom, not earthly wisdom, but nature wisdom. Now, this is the way you will understand things. By knowing, it's called natural magic. Back to the menses blood of the female. Male does not see period. So when you hear these people going around nonsense that male is seeing their period, do not listen to these people. A female bleeds for 8 days, but every flow for 5 or 4 days. They must see that S in a flow, which you call monthly cycle. That monthly cycle from the female is all poison. So the male must be careful not to mingle with that poison from the female. When the female is having that flow, the male should stay away, because it's poison. It stops trees from bearing. If you take it and put to a bearing tree, that tree will not bear. I'm giving you something to go and do, because I know about wisdom. And I have to leave this wisdom with a lot of people. If you gave it to a black dog, it caused that black dog to run mad. You know what is a mad dog? That menses blood will cause that dog to mad. And any human being that dog bit, the wound is incurable. No doctors can get the wound better. I can get the wound better. Do you know this? There's a plant they call chew stick. It beareth a seed, and it's an antidote in that seed. If you take that seed from the chew stick and you remove the outer skin and you beat up that pad and you tie it to the wound, that wound will be curable. But you have to find those seeds from the chew stick. In Africa, you can find the chew stick, and in Jamaica, you have to go close to the river. They grow close to the river. It's an antidote that gets rid of any wound that cannot be cured. Doctor does not know that. The menses blood also causes a man to run mad. And female will use it to cause men to lose their direction. So you have to be careful of all these females. Experiment with the menses blood and their lover. You have to. If you take that menses blood and put on a looking glass, you know what is a looking glass? A mirror. It causes it to be blurred. You cannot see through the mirror. So you have to be careful when you go to people's house and you see the mirror is blurred. You don't know why it's blurred? Maybe they're trying to do something to attract you. Also, if you put that menses blood on a razor or a razor blade, it causes it to be dull. You cannot cut anyone with it. It's dull. So you have to be careful. Some people will take the garlic and they will rub through a razor. So when they cut you with the razor, you will not feel it. I'm giving you magic. In Paul's time, in the days of my grandfathers, those young men that go to parties and they will not let them into the parties, they will carry a razor and they will put it in a bamboo. And they already soak them in garlic. So they will push it through the party and they will slice someone. You're not going to feel it? Never. That is magic. So you have to know natural magic. If you do not know natural magic, you're wasting your time. And people are going around out there magic and their voodoo men and their hoodoo men and their all of that. They are just taking your money because they did not learn from the wise man. They've been taught by books. And by you reading these books, you made mistakes. And the mistake that you make, sometimes you go mad. And you see a lot of mad people on the street, or mad people sleeping in bushes and places. They read the book and they did not understand what they're doing. Or they were participating in drugs and sex. With these books, you cannot read them and participate in drugs because you're dealing with earthly spirits or your earthly ancestors. So you have to be careful. And if you don't be careful, you'll get caught up. And once you get caught up, you cannot come up from the pit. So once you do not understand how to do magic, or black magic or white magic, it's best to leave it alone. These are not things that you play with. You're dealing with demons. You're dealing with spirit, earth-bound spirit. Spirit is not a thing you can see unless you know how to see them. There is ways that you can learn how to see these spirits. But when you see them, you have to know how to communicate with them. They make noise at night in your house, and you don't know that they're spirit. You thought the wall is cracking. They're spirit. You can see them. It's been going on for millions of times. Since time began, as you say, time has been here from time and time. And all this spirit been here from time and time. Some goes into flesh, some go into occupy abandoned building, some go into cave, and that's where they dwell. Some dwell into spirit with another spirit and cause you to confuse. You see some people be talking to themselves, they're talking to another spirit. But they cannot control the spirit. They don't know the name of the spirit. They don't know to rebuke the spirit. So you see them talking to, who are you talking to? I'm not talking to you. They're talking to a spirit that they do not know. And they do not know how to compel the spirit to obey them or to bend them to their will. So once you don't know how to bend a spirit to your will, you just go wild. And that's the problem a lot of people are having that is trying to do magic or trying to do voodoo or trying to do wabia. Some wabia call for sacrifice of animals, of babies, of human, grown adults. But you must know, when you get into those, you're going to have a lot of problems because you have to sustain those spirits. When you get an element spirit, you don't have to sustain them with whatever they need, because you take them to your will and they bend to your will. Now, there's a lot of things in life, but most of the people are reading from books. You have to learn from the people that have not read from books. That Spirit come on unto them and teach them things that they know. Like a few guys I know in Jamaica, they have not read any book, but they get a spirit unto themselves and they bend that spirit to their will. Sometimes they go lose their thought and lose their ideas because the spirit fooled them. And the spirit that they were dealing with is not the right spirit. Because they start to get money, and once they start to get money, they get greedy. And all they want to have is money. If you're trying to do magic for money, you're going to mess up sooner or later. Because only thing going to be in your head is money. Money is not from nature. Money is made by man. Man made money of different nations and different land. And they use it to control human beings. So what they do, they take all the land away from the people. And they make money so they can control the people. They bend them to their will and call themselves government. So they govern the people to do what they want. And that's what they do in different towns. One, two. Yes, money is something that government made up and also private people made up to control people. And once you get caught up into this control, you lost your sense of direction. You lost your understanding. And you clink your mind into these books of magic and of God and of Satan and of angels and of cherubim and of seraphim, and you get confused. And that's why we have a lot of mad people all over the place. Because they could not control what they were doing with these books. And they've been fooled with familiar spirits and not by the guardian spirit. Sometimes the guardian spirit fool them too. So you have to be careful you are not fooled by the guardian spirit. Because he's the one that takes care of the body. He's the one that goes out at night. He's the one that goes from one place to another. See? Put him. The spirit gone to another destination. You don't have to be sleeping. And that's how the spirit works in human beings. If you're sleeping, the spirit is gone. All over the place, the spirit is gone. Wandering. Looking to see how the spirit, that this spirit knows. So sometimes you have to be careful, ladies and gentlemen. So when people come out and telling you that they know about spirit, you have to be careful. Some people know about the earthbound spirit because they make sacrifice of their mothers or father or their children or their best friend. Those are not the good spirit. The good spirit are in the element. And also the earthbound spirit is not good spirit. They live in cave. But some of them will teach you things, and later on they trick you. Some live at rivers. Some live in abandoned buildings. And they live there for a long time. But you find yourself to those places and the spirit take on your body and follow you wherever you're at. And that's why sometimes you have to be careful you don't go to the wrong place. Now, all these people that is going around on the internet, they cannot make nothing come alive. They cannot kill anything and make it come alive. They're bullshitting you. Bending of spoon of the mind now. Spirit do all the bending. If it's a earthbound spirit, element spirit, or your guardian spirit, he's the one doing the bending. So you have to be careful of all these sleight of hand people. But when you know natural magic, it will natural thing. You see the raven can make you become invisible. And that's the power of the raven. You have to know to get that visibility from the raven. Also, the nightingale. See, I gave you another bird. Also, the woodpecker can make you become invisible. So when you go places, people cannot see you. You're there and they don't know you are there. A lot of people doesn't know that magic. And I have those information from a little boy. Because the people that I grows up with, that's what they do. They do invisible things. They can make money appear, make money backs. That's what they do. But no, see, the pharaohs, they know to do that, as you call those people a long time ago in Kemet. They know to do all that magic. And they do magic with the heads of the raven. They do the magic of the woodpecker babies. Also, the dove. But the dove will make you eloquent. Harlequin, whatever. So you have to know these magic. That's not sleight of hand. So when you hold those in your brains, you keep them. You can write them down in books. But long time ago, the people have not wrote nothing down in books. They do not for magic because Spirit taught them how to do the magic. But now everybody's going around. I know to do magic. I know all of that. How you do it? Oh, you do Baba? No! They don't know about magic. They're trying to fool you because they need money. And what anybody need money will do anything. Are you following me? Anybody need money. They will tell you all type of stuff and nothing done. I tell you to go and do something, it's going to be done. Anything is going to be done. There's a tree in the Highland we call calabash. A lot of people have been going around. I think I had it someplace here. I brought that one when I was in the Highland. I brought back a calabash stick just like this. That's a mightyful plant. A lot of people doesn't know what it is. That tree can cause you dead in less than 3 days. If you know you use a calabash tree. So you have to be careful when you saw somebody walking with a stick in their hand. You don't know where it came from. You do not know where it came from. It's just like this I have in my hand. This is a cut of the cow, but it's not a black bull cow. And this cane, if you hit someone, the hair will not grow back. It becomes fire. See? You see, it's burning me right away. Barely touches hurt. Real hot. You have to know the magic, how to do it. This is a cut of the cow penis. See? I did a show and you can go and look at how I did it. But if you take the cow penis, especially a black bull, and you make a walking cane out of that penis, you let it dry, and you hit someone with it, or you hit an animal, the hair will not grow back where you hit them. And that's another magic. That's the cow penis. So you have to be careful when you see someone walking with their cane. You know, walking with their cane, you have to be careful. You don't know where it came from. You don't know what it is. So when people go around and say they know magic, they're bullshitting you. They're just trying to take your money. I don't need your money. I got food to eat. I'm just giving you wisdom so you can understand. Are you following me? I'm a different type of person. As I said, I don't need your money. I'm giving you wisdom. So if you want to send a donation because of the wisdom, it's still okay. But I'm not saying, hey, give me this, give me that. Because I have enough people sending me things that if I want things. I don't have to ask them. They don't send. Because I give wisdom to those who want wisdom. Look, you take the cud of a cow, the cud means his dick, or his penis, and you make it into a walking cane. See? Make it into a walking cane. And someone messing with you on the street, you slap them with it. They have to go on the bare skin, on the hand or on the feet or whatever. They have to go. They can't mess with you. And also, if you hit any live animal, the hair will not grow back. Case closed. Go there and do it and see what's happening. So all these guys going around, they know magic. Liars, they know about herbs. They know to make herbal medicine. They're just mixing up things now. They're copying. They're copying because they know sarsaparilla, sage. They know a few little herbs now, so they just boil them together. But they do not know what to use to preserve it. So you put it up in 2 days, it's spoiled. They're trying to put alcohol in it and all of that garbage. They don't know. I grew up with the man and woman that know how to make all these herbal tonic, that anything's in the body. When you drink it, it's going to remove it. If worm is in there from the tail of the horses, you know the horse tail is worm, or you call him snake. Huh. Look, if someone take the horse tail and cut it in small pieces and put it in some ice cream and gave it to you, and you eat that, you will have worms in your body like snake. You can't get them out. It's called black magic. So that's why you cannot eat ice cream from strangers or your enemies. Because the tail of the horses are snake. Do you know they use the tail of the horses to make the bow for the violin? And it is a saw blade. That's how powerful the tail of the horse is. If you draw it on your hand, it cut your hand. And they put them together upside down and they make a bow for the violin. Oh, that's magic. How many people know that? So you put it down. If you take the teeth of a mare that is in heat, and you take it and tie it into a mad person hair, you know the mare that is in heat, you go and you pluck one of his teeth out. Doesn't matter what one of the teeth. You go like you go to the dentist. You take one of those teeth out because she's in heat. And the mad person, you tie it into their hair, like they braid it and put it in. No more madness. That's so mightyful that mare is. Huh. That's magic. Also, the mare can draw money. The mare can draw money. You have to make a money back. That is, but you have to feed that money back. Whatever it wants, you have to give it. The hair from the rectum of the mare, if you pluck them out. No, I will not tell you that one. No. Call for more information. Because people like to make money. They want easy money. They don't like to work for the money. They want to get it easy. And it's a shame when you have to try to get money easy. But anyway, it's made by man anyway. So what's the difference? How you get it doesn't matter as long as you have not stolen it. Because if you take it from another person, you're hurting the other person. You take it from the bank, it doesn't matter. You find it, you don't give it up, it doesn't matter. Because easy come, easy go. And that's why the voodoo people that do magic for money never have money. They never. Have you known any voodoo man have money for a long time? No, they can't because they fool the people. I have money for a long time. I always got money. And that's how it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have $1 for the day. Abundance is not important. Longevity, that's what important. Who's going to finish the race? So if you got $1 million today and it's all gone tomorrow, you didn't finish the race. You just messed up. But as I say, I speak about magic, real magic. You want to call it black magic, white magic, voodoo, guru. Call me up. I tell you anything you want to know. As I said, respect. I'm out of here.